What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And tonight in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you from Bali, baby. You remember this background? I'm working on the big BrewLab logo behind. It's coming, but until then, we still got this woven bamboo sheet. But anyway, it's good to be back. A little bit jet lagged, definitely quite a bit jet lagged, but I'm back in my usual spot, and now content should begin to come a bit more regularly. Just bear in mind, this year is also a big year of changes for me as far as my real work is concerned. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with the details, but there's a lot going on in my real life too, outside of MTG, and so the release schedule of my vids is probably going to slow down. It's not going to stop. It just means instead of one every 2 days, I may have to end up doing something like 2 a week. And then we'll see how things develop in terms of my busyness and when I have time to record, etc. But that is it as far as news and announcements. So now I think it's about time that we jump into tonight's brew. And I would just like to pose a quick question. Is Mono Green Aggro back? Some of the better cards from the new set are in green, in my opinion. So, yeah. What I found really funny is that Croaky's got ahead of me, and he's already put up a video with Mono Green Aggro, and I compared our lists, and there was like maybe 2 cards different. I promise you, I had not seen his list at all, and then, when I brewed mine up. So I found that very interesting. Maybe great minds think alike. I'm not putting myself on the same level in terms of ability as Croaky's, but in terms of brewing, I think I'm there. What's also quite interesting is that his was, of course, best of 3, because that's the most type of content that he puts up on the channel. Mine is best of 1, and without the sideboard, they were almost mirrors. So I guess we were along the same thought train. So Mono Green Aggro for Murders at Call of Mana. Standard. Lots of new cards, so we better just talk about those briefly, and then I'll touch upon some of the various interactions and synergies. So, new card number 1, hard-hitting question. This is the reason why I decided to try Mono Green again, because this reminds me of Blizzard Brawl. 1 mana sorcery has creatures do things to each other. The difference between this and Blizzard Brawl is that Blizzard Brawl cared about snowlands, and then it would get indestructibility, the creature that you targeted. So then when it was fighting the other creature, the opponent's creature, yours wouldn't die. In the case of hard-hitting question, it's a bite effect, not a fight effect. So it deals damage equals to its power to target creature. And the nice little extra bonus is or planeswalker you don't control. So you don't get the indestructibility, but you don't need it, because you're not actually fighting the other creature. Your creature doesn't take any damage. And the additional ability to deal with planeswalkers, just for me, my short time playing Arena, it's probably the best bite effect that we've received. I was a huge proponent of the other one called Master's Rebuke or something like that, which was a 2 mana instant, also creature or planeswalker. But this one I think is just better. And so like a full play set, I think essential. We finally have some decent removal in green. Second new card, Flourishing Bloom-Kin. This one went right below my radar. I hadn't even really thought about this. And the fact that it's a plant elemental is making me think there's that 2 mana Golgari enchantment that cares about plants and things. So more brewing to be done there. It's also the first disguise card I've played with, but honestly I've never disguised it. It seems to be the weakest mechanic in the set. Let's find out as the meta develops. But regardless, it gets +1/+1 for each forest you control. So this just, it's a 2 mana that can be freaking a 20/20. We have 20 forests in the deck, It's deceptively strong. And the nice thing is, it'll enter the battlefield with that much power and toughness. So things like Evolving Adaptive that care about things entering the battlefield with greater power or toughness than it, as well as the Sharp-Eyed Rookie, which is our next new card, that care about power being greater, then power or toughness, then for 2 mana you can often trigger both Evolving Adaptive and Sharp-Eyed Rookie when you top deck a Bloom-Kin in the late game. Then we, just gonna touch upon Sharp-Eyed Rookie here. We're essentially adding another 2-drop that scales. It's very much like the Beastcaller, slightly differently worded, but it's still just a 2-drop that when you play a creature with, it's kind of a fusion of Beastcaller and Evolving Adaptive. Whenever you play a creature that has greater power or toughness, then it gets +1/+1. But the added amazing bonus to this is that you get to investigate whenever that happens. And that is some much needed card draw that mono green didn't have that much access to up until now. You end up making often 3, 4, 5 clue tokens every game if you've got a couple of these in play. And, you know, being able to just draw the odd card, find your next answer has just been phenomenal. So just, yeah, really, like before it was always just, you know, in mono green aggro, in the last 6 months or so has been, you know, Quirion Beastcaller is really the main 2-drop. And then most people were playing things like the Scrap Gorger, for example, to have some ramp. I have found that is unnecessary in a more aggressive shell. And so you'd rather have 2 scaling threats. And it always ends up being like a decision whether if you have both of them in your opening hand, do I cast Quirion first? Do I cast Sharp-Eyed Rookie first? But yeah, both really good cards, and fills up this 2-drop slot that had a bit of a weak slot before this. Then we've got a couple copies of Feral Encounter, and this, again, like, go and look at Croaky's video. Our decks are almost identical. I just can't believe how close they were. He also was running 2 Feral Encounters. I think it's amazing. It's card advantage and a fight spell at the same time. But again, it's another bite thing. Deals damage equal to its power to one other creature you don't control. So again, not fight, but bite. Really cool. And then if you include the new, you know, chase card, I guess a lot of people are raving about this, even for Explorer, mono green, what's it called, Devotion. They're playing this there as well. But even in standard, it's fantastic. It's another fight spell. Bite spell, the second mode. First mode, you can go find a land or a creature, and then also just the added extra ability of being able to destroy or exile artifacts or enchantments. Mwah! And that's all the new cards. Everything else we know. And I think I don't really need to go over everything else. Polukranos, just a big boy that can eventually, you know, turn into a bigger boy with lifelink, which is also amazing. But then really Doomskar Warrior, Sharp-Eyed Rookie drawing his cards, and the rest is just beat down time. And the map tokens plus the Explorer from Cenote Scout also really good to just, you'll see, the deck just hums along. I'm on a little bit of a streak with it, so hopefully no case of Streamer's Curse. But that is it as far as introducing the new cards. And now, let's jump into some games. Lower Diamond, Tier 4. Climbing steady with mono green aggro. Honestly, if it is back, I couldn't be happier. I feel like it's been a bit of a void missing in the meta as far as standard is concerned for quite some time now. Ever since the class enchantments rotated, we had the Druids class, I believe, was the green one, where you made the little 2/2 wolf, and that was the golden era of mono green aggro and standard, not too far back. And then since then, it's just disappeared and has been a non-deck. But bits and pieces have been coming, slowly but surely. And now, I personally think there's a good chance. I still need to go and watch the whole of Croaky's video, because I'd love to see how he did with the best of 3 version. That is a fantastic opening hand. Is it Cenote or Cenote? I think Cenote. It's a Mesoamerican set, after all. Yes, I'll keep a Feral Encounter, thank you. Why not? Obviously, you don't play this on 2, right? Oh, God. So much mono red still everywhere. Fortunately, I think things like Polukranos just completely invalidate. This is the type of thing you play later in the game. That's the only problem I have with it. Oh, sorry. Does Polukranos have reach? Oh, I didn't know that. Shame. Getting 3 mana, 4/5 reach incoming. Oof. Yeah, it has to be this. There's just too much aggression coming from the opponent. We don't want to risk it for the biscuit. You know what I would love is one of our bite spells right now. Oh, come on. All 3 Kimonos in the opening hand. I'm so done with this nonsense. He'll probably take Godric. I guess it's got to be the rookie. So now Godric comes down, gains flying. We still got the reach, so I may just aggressively block. Okay, we don't. All right, now we're loving life. Let's see if he wants to block here. He'll need to double block. Good lad. That's what I wanted you to do, so no problems there. I'm blocking now, my dear fellow. Oh, yes, I am. Down to 6. I know this isn't the best time to do this. I didn't take out the Reacher because... Oh, I forgot I could do that. Because we've got, you know, I think we can still survive one more turn. Block. One of my bite spells, please, off the top. Let's go. Oof. Okay. Still better than nothing. Sure. Oh no. I'm so bored of this nonsense. You people have no idea how sick and tired I am of this freaking magic card. That's game over. Like, ugh. This whole thing, I promise you, last night I was playing, I ran into mono red aggro something like 6 matches in a row, and it was 7 out of the total 10 matches I played before going to bed. It's like a whole new set dropped, not a single new card. Come on, people. Why didn't we rotate? Why didn't we rotate? Like, what kind of ridiculous idea is it? And has it saved paper standard? No, at all. Let's see. This is the first year where the Pro Tour has a lot of like standard events and whatnot. Maybe, but go look at CGB's most recent video on the matter, and I think our thoughts align almost perfectly. Sure, I'll keep that. It's enough mana for the rest of the game, pretty much. I'm so done with this format. Like, I just can't deal with this anymore. It makes me feel like not playing. It's so dull and lame. Monstrous Rage. Just play with fire. Every match or every other match is against this deck. I for one don't know if I can go another year playing the same shit over and over. It's until September we have to deal with this crap. And it's the level of consistency is such that they beat you with like 3 cards in hand. It's just maybe just a bit much. Have you run out of play with fires? Oh no, wait. You're gonna have some lightning strikes now, aren't you? Sorry if I sound salty, but I am, so I'm gonna keep sounding this way. It's Monstrous Rage anyway. We all know what he's got. There we go. It was one or the other. Godric? Maybe? I don't know. Elden. Wow, so surprising. I've never seen that card in my life. Hey, just only every other day. Apply the pressure. What now? Godric. Ooh, maybe for once they're a little bit brick. Yay. Okay. So playing that on top of the Kumano. Oh, yes! That's just done it, no? Oh, sorry, Mr. Monored. You finally get out of my freaking sight. Oh. 2 in a row. Maybe the algorithms decided now that on match number 3 we can actually have some fun playing standard instead of playing against the same cards again and again and again all day long, non-stop. And again, I'm part of the problem, unfortunately, because I just put up a video 2 videos ago on Mono Red and why it's still a good choice and whatnot, and I get it. It's easy to play, it's budget friendly, and wins a lot. And you can play it on your phone while you're on the toilet. So I get why a lot of people play it. I just A 1-1. 2 matches against Mono Red. Let's see what we get next. Aha! A different Kaya. Nah. Too many instants and sorceries, not enough other stuff. I think Cenote here is the way to go. Yes. Now we're on the play. Let's see if it's red again. Ah. No cut downs, but this is probably Sunfall. As soon as I see this, it's Sunfall. Will we be able to close it out? Aha, it's life gain. Okay. Even better, honestly. So let's go adaptive into Sharp-Eyed Rookie. Some more mana efficient play. Take 6. He blocks the... He's actually considering blocking the Scout. There we go. There we go. You let that through. Now it's going to be the bat. What's it called again? The Deep Cavern Bat. Okay, Steel Seraph. Losing yourself another 2 points of life on the way. Maybe flying? Maybe flying? Wow. Nah, I didn't think so. Bring it on, baby. Let's go. Wow. Oh, that's a great block. That's exactly what I would have liked. So making, you know, clue tokens with the rookie, making map tokens with the Sentinel, and then just feeding off of these little tokens, artifact tokens. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. I don't know, I mean, so far very convincing. Like, it feels good. It feels like I'm winning. It's that type of thing where you get a feeling, plus we have stats on Untapped to back up our feelings. We go check on them. I did play some matches, you know, while I was flying home on the plane on my phone, so some stuff didn't get picked up by Untapped, but generally speaking, it feels like it's winning. Like, it's not like some of the other jank I cropped up in the last few days, which I was testing some of the new cards and just like got, you know, like 5 for 5. You know, it's like just, it wins, but it's not like, doesn't feel like one of those decks that wins, like mono white aggro, mono red aggro, or, you know, domain, whatever, one of the established decks that just like has a higher than 50% win rate on average. This is the first one that feels that way, and I'll show you guys some stats at the end. As always, Crazy DCDN. If Cenote finds a land, then the Bloom-Kins start to be... Okay, maybe it's not the usual mono red, maybe it's artifact or something, but... yeah, definitely the Scout. Because... reasons. Let's see now. If it's Kumano right away. Okay. Yeah, it's just the usual. Do we want a third one? Sure. Imagine that was instant speed. Yes. But, like, guys, we've played 4 games. This is the 3rd one against mono red. What is a poor guy who's trying to have fun and enjoy, like, a fresh format supposed to freaking do in a situation like this? Honestly. A snore fest. You may cast the exile card this turn at the beginning of your next. Ghost face. Okay, at least the opponent appears to be absolutely bricking his nuts off. So, you know. We're also not doing amazing on lands, but this Bloom-Kin feels fantastic. So you disguise for 3 and then you flip it for 5. Then you can reveal 2 forests, put them into the battlefield tapped. Not too shabby, honestly. One sec, work call. Just ensuring I don't die right away to whatever. Boom. Down to 3. My kiddos are running around the room tiptoeing because they know Dad's recording. Wow. Riveting content. Let's watch opponent play mono red for 3 out of 4 matches. At least we won 2 out of 3. I think I'm going to have to go a little shorter with this one, guys. So aiming at about a 35-minute mark. So this is probably going to be the final match of the night. But I feel like at least beating mono red 2 out of 3 times makes the deck worth talking about. At the very least. Insanity. I have a feeling he wanted to be Insanity 24/7 and it was already taken. Or he made a typo and then just couldn't go back. Am I missing something? What could Insanity mean other than that? I have no idea. Fantastic opener. This feels like the type of hand. At least I have proof. I'm not just stark raving mad. Look at this format, people. Look at what we've become. This is a ridiculous, ridiculous format. It's just mono red every other game. It freaking is the most boring type of format to be in when mono red is good in best of 1. It's just pathetic. Personally, it's like the last thing I want to do. Can you imagine, guys? And they just always have 2 play with fires in the opening hand. Every single game. Definitely go with the forest again, so just this grows. Monstrous rage. So boring, so lame. I'm trying my best, guys. I really am. Just to keep the salt levels at a minimum, because this is just too much, man. I'm done with this format, people. I go to 1, and then he's got play with fire in hand. Or he'll just play another. And of course, we just flood now. Four out of 5 games against mono red aggro. I know it's even beginning of the month and whatnot, like kinda. It's already like the freaking 9th, you know? It's not just like day 1 of the new season where everyone's rushing to Mythic. This is like a week and a bit into the new season. I can't end the video like that, so we'll play one more. But like, if we get another mono red, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself to actually find the will to grind Mythic this season, if this is the ladder, even with a brand new set dropped, mono red without a single new card in 4 out of 5 matches. Maybe I will just not get to, you know, I won't grind. I'll just play when I'm recording and a little bit during testing off camera. But I don't, and that's scary because I love this game. I'm like one of the people that loves this game more than anyone else on the planet. But when it's like this, what are we doing here, people? Fantastic. Rookie into Sentinel. Doesn't look as though there's a cut down yet. Uh-oh. I guess go for the throat on the Sentinel. However, that is not a bad turn 3, right? For a deck, for an aggressive deck. Sure, the things don't have haste, but they're bigger. Some kind of thing that you know. Sure. That's enough for that for now. I'll take a Quirion. Because I smell a sweeper. Huh. Huh. Alright, minus... No? Okay, so that means you want me to swing a ding-ding, right?
My ways are not for the weak.
No, I mean, I can just go face and kill you. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, and yeah. Mono green, baby. Mono green, baby. Mono green, baby. Let's go. All right, guys. I'm going to have to leave it at that. 2 matches against Orzhov and 4 against mono red. What a diverse ladder we have. But jumping back into the deck and as well as just getting some stats on screen here for you guys. Give me one moment, please. Voila! 11 for 5. Win rate against mono red, 71%. Has it already picked up our most recent match there against mono black? Yes. So, I mean, 7 for 2. 1, 2, 3 for 5 matches against. 5 out of 7 matches, people. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. I promise. This is it. But, yeah. the most recent change was I took out one Polukranos, brought in one more Bloom-Kin because I think it's amazing. But that, ooh, 69, nice. 11 for 5 overall. Mwah, beautiful. Very, very happy. By no means the final iteration. We're going to be spending more time fiddling around with this list and seeing if there's any more improvements that can be made. Otherwise, for you know, a first draft, I'm very, very happy. I've now made it visible, so you guys can go copy it off of my Untapped profile, should you wish to. And then, with regards to final thoughts and cards that I'm perhaps could have included but didn't. Definitely the new Axebane Ferox here on the side. I'm going to leave it so you guys have some options to discuss. Bloaty Boy was in the consideration pile as well because of the proliferate and the fact that we have, you know, Quirion, Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Evolving Adaptive, Cenote Scout sometimes, and all the +1/+1s we're putting with the map tokens, plus the backup from Doomskar Warrior, plus the +1/+1 counters from you know, there was some reasoning behind having some proliferate to, you know, grow our guys even more. But ultimately, I would rather have the reach and the potential flipping into Engine of Ruin and all of that the Polukranos provides, and it's even a bigger body for 3 mana than Bloated Contaminator, which is insane. So I ended up leaving it at that. And then there's an argument to be made about switching to a slightly more mid-rangey version, but in testing that went way worse by bringing in things like Nissa and a little bit of ramp. The rampy guy that I would recommend is still Scrap Gorger because of the graveyard hate. There's a lot of graveyard shenanigans going on. I would play this guy maybe instead of the Bloom-Kin, and then you could put in some 5 and 6 drops if you like. So maybe more on that in a future video, but for now, Mono Green Aggro, mwah, beautiful. So happy it's back. That's my answer to the question I posed at the beginning of the video. Now, whether you believe me or not, you're just gonna have to try the deck and see for yourself. That is it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.